Hi, I'm Nancy Priest, CEO and founder of Glass of Learning, Inc. At Glass of Learning, we work globally and we run our entire business with mobile workers. As a service to our customers, we wanted to provide you with a series of webinars on working remotely. We have 3 webinars for you: setting up a home office, managing mindset when working from home, and managing remote workers. This webinar is on managing remote workers. Our first tip is to consider each as an individual. Employees will respond differently to the transition of working from home. Connect with each individual. Find out what's working and what's challenging. Second, assume trust. We judge ourselves and our intentions, though we judge others on their actions. Consider how you are judging your people in this situation. Assume the best. Trust them. Continue to build trust through your actions and stay flexible. 3 is to set goals. Articulate goals and expectations just as you do in the work environment. Do it for the home environment as well. Set goals early and follow up often. Keep in touch with what's happening so that you can provide support to your team. 4 is to set specific check-ins. Check in frequently with your team members. Include write-ups, not just verbal discussions. This will help people to remember when everything is verbal, it is so hard to keep track of things. Set a time each day or week for frequent and regular check-ins with your team. 5 is to establish shared responsibilities. Ensure that the team is clear on who is doing what. Find ways to use the talents and the strengths of your team. Successful work is a group effort, so use the group to your advantage. 6 is to create a no-blame culture. With trust, employees feel safe to report issues of concern or work process. Trust and safety will continue to develop strong beliefs in each other. When we are not facing each other day to day, unsaid concerns can get lost when we don't see the reactions of the individual. Remember this with the spoken word: when you are face to face with someone, most of the message comes through in body language. When we are not face to face, it is very difficult to interpret what exactly the message is. 7 is to establish work parameters. What is the expected output of work? How will employees track their progress? And how will you measure performance? Be very clear with that with your employees. Dialogue about that. Share suggestions. 8 is to ensure technology. What technology does the employee need or the team need to complete their tasks? Set up the team to succeed. Consider the company firewalls, saving and sharing files, because work is a group effort. You want to be able to work together, and using technology will help you with that. 9 is to over-communicate. Share information frequently with the team. Check in and promote regular conversations. Send emails, post videos, set up group chats. Vary the way that you communicate with people so that they will catch the message that you are sharing. Number 10 is to maintain positive relationships. Gallup research shows us that there is a link between best friend at work and the amount of effort employees expend in their job. Build connection between team members. Practice communication and collaboration. Here is a recap of our Managing Remote Workers 10 tips. These are also posted alongside with this webinar so that you can download the 10 tips and share them with your team. As I said at the start, Glass of Learning work with an entire remote team. When we began this process of determining how we could support our customers, we surveyed our peers and our colleagues who also work independently with remote workers. These are some of the results that people shared with us. 75% or greater said areas of success for them were designated office space, setting a schedule for their time, having an organized work area. The greatest challenges they found working from home were domestic interruptions and work-life balance. So how can you as a manager support your team with those things? We also heard measures of success from our remote workers: achieving goals, tracking progress on priorities, and feedback from the manager. Some of the successes they found from working from home was reclaiming commuting time, feeling like they were in charge, saving money working at home. They're no longer spending money commuting, not spending money on lunches. Also, being in charge of my schedule. Some of the additional comments that we received from remote workers were easy to hold off on small questions that can get lost, encourage dialogue. We often forget about the multiple interruptions that happen in a day when someone pops by or asks a question, or we're just walking by in the hall and they say something. Those can get held off because we're not face to face. So really encourage dialogue with your team. You have to be highly disciplined, focused, and resilient to be able to work successfully from home. When employees have been suddenly thrust into this mode, they need support and guidance in order to do that. Feeling much more productive when working from home. Many people feel that they can have really concentrated time and really get a lot done in a short amount of time. More challenging when more than one is working from home. So for example, right now could be 2 partners plus children who are at home, and this is much more challenging. Guidance and support is what is required from their direct leader. Keep the team focused on deliverables, overcome roadblocks, and set timelines. You need to help with those roadblocks that people are feeling when they're working from home. And feeling remote and trusted to complete a full day's work. That helps to be successful. Challenging to stay away from your office after hours. Your home is your home, but it's now also your work environment. So really helping to set guidelines and parameters for people will help them to separate work from home. In summary, some of the things that we would like to remind you of is to focus on guidance, direction, and support. Don't try to simulate the office. It's not an office. It is home. So this is very different. Be available for questions, concerns, and general dialogue. Troubleshoot challenges as they arise and continue to build team morale. Have some fun. Share lunch. Eat your lunch while video chatting and just have fun and talk about life at that time, or how people are managing this crisis or working their way through this crisis. Share ideas with each other. Have regular coffee breaks. Every few days, plan to have a coffee meeting and just talk about life. Have your coffee together, have a snack together while you're again on video conference. And plan after work cocktails. At the end of the day, plan to have a video call and share an after work drink together. Gallup have some great strategies and policies that you can download that help to set up guidelines for setting up remote teams. This might be more critical the longer this needs to go on, or as life changes completely and we go to a more remote workforce. This will give you some ideas and suggestions. We have those posted as well. By all means, contact us with any questions, concerns, comments, or additional information that you would like us to share. You can contact us through the Glass of Learning website, glassoflearning.com, and go to the Contact Us section to fill out the form and contact us. Thank you for joining us in this webinar. As we mentioned, there are 3 webinars in the series that you can download from our website, and along with a handout. We hope that you all stay well, stay healthy. We are with you here for the long run. Thank you for joining us.